Hey there guys, and welcome back to Rickart's Journey Through Skyrim, where you find us at Paarthurnax, where we have recently literally fought off the hordes of the Forsworn. Literally. The hordes. So many. Plus a dragon. To unearth the secrets that Esbjorn calls Alduin's Wall. Came here from south of Falkreath. I need a torch. There we go. This place has been long abandoned. The Forsworn could not figure out the puzzles and mechanisms to get further in. So this place has literally been closed for thousands of years.
Heavy bas-reliefs, almost entirely intact.
Yeah, but I wonder what they're showing.
You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alduin's Wall, right, Esbjorn?
Yes, of course. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose.
Might have to.
What's up ahead?
I wonder, can I light these? No. Oh, sorry, am I getting in your way?
Shows, here it is. Alduin's Wall, so well preserved. I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Akaviri sculpture and relief.
This place is so open. How is it not flooded from torrential rain?
Yes, let's see what we have. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the wall. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
I can see there are three of them.
Show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people.
Because no civilization that disappears thousands of years ago ever is straightforward.
Coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout, but there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
I feel like so many torches is too much.
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all the news of Alduin.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
I've been the Dragonborn for all of 5 minutes. No, I've not heard of anything.
You were going to say that. I guess there's nothing for it. We'll have to ask the Greybeards for help. I hope to avoid involving them in this, but we have no other choice.
What do you have against them?
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do.
That is true.
Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it.
That is also true.
Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin?
No?
No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Don't worry, I'm not afraid of my power.
Good. The Greybeards can teach you a lot, but don't let them turn you away from your destiny. You're Dragonborn, and you're the only one who can stop Alduin. Don't forget it.
I better go see what Arngir knows.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbjorn or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive longswords. Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Alduin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history. I know the prophecy by heart. Once all blades knew it. When misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world. When the brass tower rocks and time is reshaped. When the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles. When the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls. When the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the World Eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn.
That's a very specific prophecy. That literally predicts the Oblivion Crisis and the Great War.
Yes, that's an
And nobody saw it coming.
Who knows?
Okay. This time I took... I'll have a little look around, because obviously anyone watching this might scream if I miss some things. Not that I have any intention on using it. Not one bit. But I don't know. At the moment, fighting certain things is easy enough as it is. I do intend on upping... Hello. Blades, helmet, boots, gauntlets, armor. I very much want to take it, but it's heavy. So, mace etiquette. One-handed increased. I'll take it. You know, because I want to improve the difficulty of the game. But I have to realise a certain thing. What we just went through. Considering all the Forsworn that we faced, they were not the toughest Forsworn I could face. I do realise this. But imagine if they were, and in that sheer number, I would still be fighting that fight. Even today, and this is a few days after it. I think like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, I would still be fighting it, so there's no way. So I need to appreciate what I did was still very difficult, with no healing potions. Yeah, sure, I can heal myself, but look, you can see how tired that made me. I was not at my fullest potential. Oh, nearly forgot. What was it? Left? Yeah, the plan is I need to pick up the horse first if I'm going to go swing by Arngears, climb that wretched mountain again. I might walk back to Old Harolden, whichever inn was shortly before my facing the armies of the Forsworn. We're going to swing by there, spend the night, and then we're going to walk to the horse. I am kind of wishing I didn't leave it so far away. But, honestly, the horse would have died. I didn't pick up all the Briar Hearts. Which is something I need to change, but chances are all those bodies outside may have despawned. I don't know. Plus, if this is the kind of welcome I expect every time I come to the Reach, then I can't be on my own, because I was so lucky to have Delphine and Esbern here. I dread to think what I would have to have done were on my own. Because I was already getting peppered with enough arrows. Oh, and it's still night. How far away is Ultra? It's not that far. That's walking distance. Yeah, no, there are still bodies everywhere. Damage potion recipe. What one did they have? Skeever tail and void swords. I don't think I have that one. You can just... You can't see the full extent of the aftermath. I can imagine what it would look like if this was the morning. Oh, any supplies that I can take? Vegetables, apples, salmon meat, potion minor healing. What's this? The dancing fire. Nope. For its placement, you would think it a skill book. Honeycomb and wisp wrappings. Well, that's a very clear night, at least. I always forget which is which. I can only see one. And that's Massa. Because Secunda is the smaller one, but Massa is actually... yeah, it's a moon, but its texture is taken from a picture of Mars, hence Massa. Secunda is actually Earth's moon, I think. And it's actually kind of funny when you do the what is it? It's the Hyoscene quest that you pick up, and you do the you go to Broken. Is it Broken Ore Grotto? Ah, there's the salt I was looking for. And you go to, like, you have to go hunt down a werewolf because Hyoscene tells you to. And once you enter that cave, Massa becomes a blood moon, which is completely not continuous with the lore, because I believe Secunda is meant to be the original blood moon that was used before as a blood moon, but in the one that they show for this quest is Massa, which is not the same. I don't know, just thought I'd throw that out there. If I get ambushed, I'm going to die because I can't see a thing. I can just about see the cliffs in front of me. It's probably a little bit brighter on your screens, but my actual screen that I play on, everything's a little bit darker. So everything's darker for me than it is for you. I just tend to play with... I play with the settings a little because I want it, because I don't do that much activity during the night for reasons, because my character is on a sleep schedule. He's meant to be asleep right now. Is that a skull? You know, it's just the way it works. He's meant to be asleep right now. Not that he, not that he can't be awake after bedtime. He's not a child. But it's just fun that way. So that when I do stuff during the night, I'm at a slight disadvantage for it. There's old Herolden. And plus, it's times in the night like this when everything that's undead goes a little bit bump in the night. Here's the first ones that I killed. All the way back here. Just look. It started here and then carried all the way here. So much death. Which way to Alter Rolden now? I think is up. This way. Because what's the time? It's, guys, 5 in the morning. Yeah, so we could, I don't know, we could end up sleeping at least like a day and a half. We'll see. I heard something on the wind. Like a howl or a roar.
Ah, a visitor. Old Hrolden Inn has hundreds of years of history, friend. Old Hrolden is the stone that the Empire's history is built on.
I'll rent Tiber Septim's room, please.
Have a good rest. It's the big room with the double bed. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Oh, that's alright, I got it. Oh, I wanted to read that one as well. Let's get a, let's wake up mid-afternoon.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Did someone just scream? And I'm very hungry. Let's go for beef, chicken. Let's really stuff ourselves. What? You appear to have a ghost. Ghost of Old Hrolden.
Hjalti, is that you? I've been waiting.
Hjalti? Who are you talking about?
You promised me, Hjalti. You promised that when we sacked Hrolden, you would make me your sworn brother. And I've waited. Even after the enemy's arrows dug into my chest and their hammers crushed my bones, I've waited. Give me your sword, Hjalti, that we may become brothers, as you promised.
I'll find your sword.
I long to taste battle again.
Who are you? Where are you from?
You don't remember me, Hjalti? 2 campaigns we served together. You saved my life time and time again.
You seem to have me confused. I'm not Hjalti. Ricard? Breton? Vampire Slayer? You might know me. Or not. Anyway, what did that say to do? It's chance dice miscellaneous. Bring Hjalti's sword to the ghost of Hrolden. Apparently it's in here. Oh. No, just speak to her.
Mara have mercy, that gave me a fright.
Yeah, I heard the screaming.
There's a ghost just wandering around my inn like it owned the place.
The ghost mentioned a Hjalti.
Hjalti? I never heard of anyone named Hjalti. Tiber Septim had many names. Maybe that's one of them.
Fair enough. The ghost is looking for his sword.
A sword? I remember a legend that Tiber Septim had attacked one of the enemy camps before he came to Old Hrolden. It could be there. I'll mark it down on your map. Alright.
It better be close by. Brooker's Leap Redoubt. It's not close by at all. It's the complete opposite direction of where I want to go.
Then.
Okay, well you're going to have to put up with the ghost for a while. I'll be back in a few weeks. There we go. So 5 in the evening. So our time schedule is a little bit screwed, but I had to get that rest. So I'll tell you what, we'll jog it out. We'll run to the campsite, rest again until morning, and then ride to High Hrothgar. Oh, we got spider. Pretty big one. And more than one, probably. That's normally how these things happen. There we go. Was it just the one? Oh, there was a skeever as well, but I killed that with my shout. Okay, crisis averted. I should be closing in on my horse now. Should own there. Can I see it? There's my. Oh no, that's the over. There it is. Yeah, see, that's the overthrown. Someone reset the bear traps. Very sneaky. I may not, or I may or may not have seen that. That's just a cliff edge. That cliff edge right there, I'm going to fire at it. Just so you know. That one. In the corner of my eye, with the motion blur, looked suspiciously like a saber cat. Okay, so what do we do? Do we ride now? Do we sleep again? I think we'll just carry on the ride. Let's break this down. I don't need this here. Oh, I was thinking of calling the horse Fleet. F-L-E-E-T. Because it always flees when it runs away. I don't want to call it Flee, so Fleet sounds more fitting to me. Let's see. We did kill a named dragon on our way here last time, which means we should be dragon free, pretty much. Maybe the dragon above, because there's a dragon burial site above Rorikstead, so I think that might be the next time we come across a named dragon. Alduin seems to be beginning his move west. And then when I think he's gone all the way west, I think then he's going to go north and then back around. Because there are a lot of dragon burial sites in the mountains west of Dawnstar. 2 or 3 at most. So if we don't hurry, he will have his army again. Although the one thing that I've been thinking about, that, you know, you tend not to question a lot of things. Hi there. Bye there. It's the fact that, you know, Alduin can, you know, bring dragons back from the dead. And depending on where you are or what happens, you only seem to fight one dragon at a time. Just the one. Unless special circumstances and maybe modifications to the game alike, you are the kind of person who likes to fight 2 or 3 at a time, in which case, more power to you. But why doesn't that happen in an unmodified game? Why doesn't Alduin just like, you know what, I'm bored today, let's go kill that Dragonborn, the one that's trying to find the Elder Scrolls and kill us all over again. You know, it's just like, why doesn't that happen? Because you saw I was flying directly, like, even at Kynes Grove specifically. Once he summons Salokanir, he says, Kri Da Jor, which I was saying to you guys that I don't need to speak dragon to understand what he says. He does say, kill the mortal. Similarly, Simply because like, but that's the thing. Like, before I get distracted about the dragon shouts, and I'll tell you what, I was also thinking about that at the same time of talking about this. I ramble sometimes. You know, he, after summoning Saloknir, he flies away instead of fighting by Saloknir's side, and Saloknir was only alive again for, well, I say alive. There's lots of things to be said about what happens to the dragon soul if it's not absorbed, that it stays in the body and it's still kind of semi-conscious about time and life and all that jazz. So, yeah, he just kind of flies away and lets Saloknir fight alone. So then Saloknir is only really able to fight for like a few minutes, and then if you win, he's dead again. Proper this time. So it's always just like, why doesn't he just like stay and fight with Saloknir? Because then, you know, you would die. So obviously you don't have Dragon Rend, so you can't really kill Alduin. He's just mega powerful. He's the Megatron, basically. But yeah, what I was talking about the dragon shouts is that, like, how you can discern some things in the language is from the dragon shouts that you learn. Particularly if we look at Marked for Death, which is here, the first word is kill. When you use that shout, you say Kri, K-R-I-I, or is it double E? It's, you know, the phonies and stuff like that. So you say Kri, which Alduin says Kri da Jo, and that's how you get the idea that he's saying kill something. Anyway, I think the shouts for fire breath are the words that are jaw to shoal. I think I've not had all three words in that shout really ever, maybe once. And you say jaw to shoal, and the first word of that shout, I believe, is mortal. So when he says, so in that sentence alone, when he's saying Kri da Jo, you know he's saying kill something mortal. So you only need to fill in one space, and that's da, which is not a shout, it's just a single word. So you just have to say he's saying kill the mortal. Yeah. So that's pretty much the only sentence in Dragon I've ever learned. And my dragon can only get better. What have we got? Uh-oh. What have we got? Bandit, Highwayman. There was one standing in front of me the whole damn time. Where's my shield? And I want food. Right, do you forgive me? I don't want to do all that riding all over again. Shouts, we're okay. Restoration. Dragon skin, I don't have dragon skin back. Who are you? Ascendant Conjurer. That missed. Come here and die like a man.
A master of the arcane. Fire, frost, lightning, you will suffer at my hand.
Stop backing away from me and come here and die. Damn you. Got ya. Oh, we leveled. Gonna have to ride fast to Iverstead, lest we freeze. Why do I get the feeling there was a lot more enemies? I'll ban it because probably the Ascendant killed them. Oh, there's an Imperial bow. I do like the Imperial bow. It's in my head the most attractive bow in the game. And please tell me my horse. Yeah, there it is. When when my character gets cold, the screen turns a bit greyish blue, and the vision gets worse and worse as it goes. So I really need to be warm and able to see at night. That is why I don't do a lot of activities during the night, because I can't see. Anyway, ride fast. Show us the meaning of haste. Okay, so High Hrothgar is just around the corner. And you cannot believe the nasties that are on the mountainside behind me. I think I counted 2 trolls, 2 cave bears, and 1 ice wraith that I'm never going to deal with. Because I'm never ever going to walk up this mountain again. Now that I have fleet, I don't really need to. Okay, so I'm just going to park the horse behind here. Let's go find Arngeir and find out from him if he knows about this dragon word that is so powerful to render dragons from the sky. Oh, but first, priorities. Let's warm the hell up. It appears to be off in that direction. Maybe they're asleep. There we go. I am moving quite slowly just because my character is so cold, but that should change just in a few minutes. Oh, they're not asleep. They don't sleep at all. They're just permanently awake. Can I take this food? 1, 2, 3. Funnily enough, seared slaughterfish actually does not fill you up that much. Hardly anything. Hi, Arngeir.
Sky above, voice within.
I need to learn the shout used to defeat Alduin. I imagine that you must know it.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Does it matter?
Yes. For matters of such gravity, we need to know where you stand, or who you stand with.
I have nothing to hide. The Blades helped me find out about it.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
Well, the Blades are a precursor. They've been around longer than you have. Maybe their path is the rightful one, whereas yours is the secondary path that came along way after. Okay, so the Blades are helping me. I'm not their puppet. The Blades just want to defeat Alduin, don't you? At least the Blades aren't keeping secrets from me. Are you keeping secrets from me? You probably are. The Blades are helping me. I am not their puppet.
No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you.
Yes, you have.
Heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have.
I'm sure. But can you teach me this shout?
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
If the shout is lost... No, wait. What's so bad about Dragonrend?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
If the shout is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question.
Paarthurnax. Who is Paarthurnax?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
I bet it does. And I guess I need to speak to Paarthurnax then.
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer. Wind, guide you. To get the answers you seek, you must travel to the top of the mountain and speak to our master, Paarthurnax.
Okay, apparently I need to ask the same question twice. Why haven't I met him yet
He
anyway?
lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain.
Does he?
Speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
Then how do I get to the top of the mountain to see him? I have to ask so many questions.
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
How kind of you. Well, let's not delay. Oh, this means I'm going to have to go outside again. Oh, the cold. I'm only just beginning to feel comfortable. Oh, up there? Yippee. Is this storm man-made, or does the environment just swirling vortex of doom around a doorway? I get the feeling this is man-made. Well, I say man-made. Who knows? God-made, dragon-made.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you to open the way. Look. Core.
Loch Vakor. Okay. Clear
My
skies.
understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
Okay.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Perilous? Of which perils do you speak of, Arngir? Please be more precise. Okay, here goes nothing. Ow.
Look!
Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. I imagine this mist is a bit bone chilling. Yep, just a little bit. Oh wow, that aurora is pretty darn sweet. It's going to be a lot of shouting. Ow. Ooh, whoa, whoa. God, there's still so way to go. Hi there, goat. Come on, if a goat can survive up here, surely I can. Oh, hello. And, yes. Resist cold. And resist frost. This is partly hunger, partly freezing to death. At least he didn't attack me, that would have been annoying. As I've come to find that even being attacked with freezing spells and frost dragons, I do tend to suffer from freezing to death even from those attacks, even when it's warm outside. That's annoying. But in return, fire attacks warm me up, so, you know, there's something in front of me. Another one. So let's at least not be hungry. Oh, that's an attack. There we go. I remember when that thing nearly killed me the first time I came up this mountain. This cold is very much unbearable. It's the mist creeping in behind me. I could really... Okay, so the sun will be up in just a few hours. There's Massa. Where the hell is Secunda? What? Come here. Die. Oh. Getting colder. You know, is Paarthurnax so kind to at least have a fire at the top in his peak? I mean, that would be nice. An undying fire. Wait, that's a different game, right? See, goat. See, goats are worthy. And apparently, Ongir didn't think I was. This aurora is simply stunning. I wonder if it will let me set camp up here. Okay, that looks ominous. Let me guess, the goat is going to run in and die? Yeah. See, goat, you should have been Dragonborn. Here we are, throat of the world. And I am freezing to death. And I don't see a fire. I'm just kidding.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Paarthurnax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
You're the master of the Greybeards.
They see me as master, Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I need to learn the shouts called Dragonrend. Can you teach me?
Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
Just gonna pull out the torch real quick.
By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. Why do you intrude here if not for Tinvak?
Tinvak?
Understand fire as the Dove do.
So my understanding might have been a bit wrong about that, because we discussed this shout. Yol is the word for fire. Okay, so I was thinking it was jaw. Krida jaw, Yol. Yeah, that's different. Yol to shore. Yeah, there we go. So he's waiting for me to use it.
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova. Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind.
Last I checked, I wasn't lizard.
I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
I'm not even going to ask that question. Do you know Dragonrend or not?
Crosis, sorrowfully, no. It cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals,
There we go.
created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
Then how can I learn it then?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this thum?
Tinvak. Philosophy. I need to stop Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zembach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
I like this world. I do not want it to end.
Cruzha, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lin Vokin. Would you stop the next world from being born?
The next world will have to take care of itself.
Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer.
That's one way of looking at it.
But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question.
Finally.
Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
You said you were going to answer my question. No, I never really thought about it.
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Sokravakstruma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
Using Dragonrend, right?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him.
Okay. I get your point.
The lords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin. But this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Okay, well, we've seen Elder Scrolls, so we don't need to talk about that. Are you saying the ancient Nords sent Alduin forward in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface.
And he would come back here.
Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
Of course, that makes sense. He's a Terminator then. How does any of this help me?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin.
Okay.
If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll, back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break.
Like a window, I could see through it.
Dragonrend from those who created it.
Do you know where I can find this Elder Scroll?
Croesus. No, I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here.
Of course.
You are likely better informed than I.
Esbern or Arngir may have an idea.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
Yeah.
So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovahsos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Dremyolok.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Greetings.
What does Dragonrend do?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
So it made you feel weaker, but not. It just made you experience the concept of death. Stop trying to talk to me, please. God, like that's literally the sun. That's how high I am right now. Just, is that why that word war is broke? Because you keep doing that. God. Right. We're obviously going to speak to Arngir. He's closer than Esbern, so it makes sense. Yeah, when Arngir said Paarthurnax, that I wasn't shocked by obviously Paarthurnax being a dragon. Because Paarthurnax is clearly not a human name. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where's the path? There it is. I was so happy that I didn't freeze to death just standing there talking to him. Because if I did, that would be annoying. Hi Arngir, I'm back.
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the Dragonrend shout?
No, but somehow I felt that you knew he wouldn't, or couldn't. But he did tell me how to find out.
So be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom.
I need the Elder Scroll the Ancients used. Do you know where I can find it?
We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek.
Okay. To you, what's so bad about Dragonrend?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. You learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense,
you become the shout, yeah?
In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
Okay.
Sky, guard you.
Okay, so if we're going to go looking for an Elder Scroll, we already know the vampires have one. Yes, they do. somehow I doubt that is going to be the shout, that is even going to be the scroll that I need. What do you think? I think I'm right on that. Otherwise, I might have had more of an ability to talk about it. Like Arngir said, if the Elder Scrolls are something that even the gods should rightly fear and not tamper with, then I'm going to need more than just me. I'm going to need a team.